What's going on, guys? It's your boy Caleb Tufts. I'm back here. It's not the Nerds United one, show, podcast, whatever you want to call it. It's not that. This is a new show. You guys, there's a passion I have, and I wanted to create a whole show on it. So I enlisted the help of two people to join my team, and we have Paul. Paulie, what's up?
Triceratops! It's ready. We're going.
Yeah, okay. And then we have Mike. Mike, what's up?
Dragon Sword.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, guys, if you guys couldn't tell, the series is Power Rangers / Super Sentai. The three of us are really big fans, and we have a group that we just talk about Power Rangers all day, and we're like, we should talk about this in a hangout. So that's what we're doing. Super excited. I guess Paul's the Blue Ranger, Mike's the Green Ranger, and I'm the Red Ranger. So anyone else there that wants to join our ranks, let us know. So really, this is just the first episode. We're just gonna go over, how we got into it, what we like about it, and stuff like that. And then we're also gonna do a top 5 theme songs. So from only Power Rangers, because I don't know that many from the Sentai. So
Plus, from what I've heard, they all suck.
yeah, and they're not very good. So
I disagree.
Well, not all of them suck, but a lot of them I haven't been a fan of. So I guess I'll start with Paul. Paulie, what's up? What got you into Power Rangers? What's it about it that you really enjoy?
I think it was like 6 when I first started. So that was Zeo. In all seriousness, it was the toys. I love playing with the toys. I remember every Christmas, all I ever wanted was the new Miss Megazord. That's all I ever asked for. My obsession, it began with the toys. I love collecting the toys. At one point, I think I owned like 5 Megazords. So, that's where it came. So I just remember, just watching the show, having my little action figures and Megazords, just playing around with them, fighting against each other, yada yada. Yeah, that's where it started for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you, because when I was younger, it was all about the Megazords. It was about the Zords. Oh, let me see the cool Zords that they come up with. And now, as I got older, you kind of look past that, and you kind of look for, okay, well, now that I'm older, can I see a deeper meaning, like all the stories and all of the characters? For me, I was about 4 years old, 1993. I was talking to my mom the other day about it, and because I was born in '89, about 4, watching the original series. I was watching since day one, and I just fell in love. I literally just fell in love. Like these people are like my heroes, and for some reason I just gravitated towards heroes and like Power Rangers and like Batman and all that stuff. So I was about 4, and I just love everything about it. I love watching heroes, and I love giant mechs and stuff. I don't know. So Mike, how about you? Do you remember how old you were when you started, and what about Power Rangers keeps you watching?
I was old enough to watch the very first episode of Mighty Morphin when it aired in 1994, and remember it very well. So I'm not going to go into any further than that.
Fair enough.
He's not aging himself.
Yeah, well, I'm trying not to anyway. You guys aren't making it easy.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, I knew I was old enough to realize that this is kind of taking off. There's footage from a Japanese show in there, and I've been a fan of anime for many years. Right. So this was not too much of a jump for me. And then just seeing, I really kind of got into it, and so I actually started playing some online games where it was kind of an RPG but it was a play by email RPG. It was on message board type thing, and it was Power Rangers based with a bunch of other people, and there's one girl I became really good friends with, and she was like telling me about like some of the more about the shows that they were based on. So that kind of got me into the Sentai part of it as well.
Yeah,
I guess I still watch it to this day, off and on, because they aren't all great series, but there's always something really interesting about the different like types of Rangers, the different powers that they go with, the different even messages that they go with. Obviously Sentai's the original Japanese, they don't sugarcoat things as much as some of the American shows do, but they both sides have some really good character development. Sometimes they have really good just messages, and they're giant freaking robots fighting monsters. It's always never not going to be cool. Come on.
There's sometimes I agree with you that even now going back and you watch the season because I just watched it, it's so fresh in my mind, like RPM. And there's so many things about it that you can connect to as an adult.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this is obviously just for kids. No, I can really connect with a lot of the themes and a lot of the characters. So, I agree with you. Just sometimes we get a good season, man. Sometimes you get that glimmer of hope and you get something that you really like, whoa. So, for the last couple of years, not so much, but so I'm curious. So since me and Mike started from day one, but you started in Zio, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know about the previous seasons, or did you learn about those later?
No, I learned about this at the same time because at the same time Zia was airing, there were reruns of Mighty Morphin going on intermittently. So I was able to watch those, but I'm like, wait, who are these guys? I mean, obviously they're powering, but I really didn't know who they were. Although I did see the movie a lot because a friend of mine who I live next door to, he owned a VHS copy of it, and I watch it anytime I came over. Like, have you watched the Power Rangers movie? Have you watched the Power Rangers movie?
Yes,
I think that might have been my first introduction to it. It wasn't Zio. It was actually the 95 movie.
Oh, the 95 movie. Jeez, the 95 movie is something else. You know what? I'm also interested to talk to you guys and find out from you guys, because this is Power Rangers and Sentai. This is our introduction. So when I found out that it was based on a Japanese show, right? I was shocked. I was like, wait, what? I didn't learn that till years later. And it blew my mind. I was like, what? What do you mean? The whole concept, and then you go and you learn how they splice footage together, like their footage and then the Japanese footage, and then they shot footage just for this, but they also shot for this. It was a really convoluted process, and it's just I'm just curious, Paul, when you found out that it was based on a Japanese show, what you thought.
Well, I actually learned that from you while we worked at Toys R Us. I learned a thing. I'm like, wait, it's Japanese in origin, really? I kind of, because Charlotte, it never occurred to my little 8-year-old mind that this was Japanese. But
it's crazy.
Looking back on it, started to make sense when you think about all this stuff we got from Japan. The Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, but even more than that, the Godzilla. Rubber-suited monsters fighting other rubber-suited monsters, or guys in metal suits fighting rubber-suited monsters. That does sound a little like what I remember watching as a kid.
Right.
So, I started looking up how this became Power Rangers. I watched all of Z-Ranger through YouTube before Shout Factory started selling the seasons of Sentai. And now I'm buying them. And then, so I love both as much.
Right. Yeah, it's and I totally forgot that it just kind of blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute, wait, what? It's based on doesn't show. So it really blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. So Mike, you said that you found out around the same time that you started watching it, so you already knew, or no?
Well, I could tell that there was like like I said, I've been a fan of Japanese anime, so I could tell that there was something Japanese about it. Particularly when like a lot of the like when it showed like a lot of the monsters, they would have occasionally like some kanji symbols on them, or like Rita Repulsa would use like some Japanese like sayings or whatever.
Yeah.
So I could tell that, but it wasn't until I really I started getting into some of those online games and meeting some of the other people that they started telling me more about this, what these original shows were like. And then, I actually didn't watch Zero Ranger, what Power Rangers was based on, until maybe last year.
Right.
But I'd seen a lot of the more recent shows. I found a site that they fan sub it and they release it pretty quickly. I mean, they like the new episode airs on like Saturday or Sunday in Japan, and I can see it on like Wednesday or Thursday.
Right.
But yeah, so I've learned to really enjoy both sides and what both Power Rangers and Sentai brings to this weird equation that we've got here.
It's it's so funny like that you say that, because if you go back and you watch season 1 of Mighty Morphin, there's so many shots. Oh, there's a random Japanese kid in the shop for no reason. There's so many. Like, I know the episode with Madame Woe. No. It's either that one or the one with I Guy. I can't remember which one. You literally, clear as day, see a Japanese kid like getting cashed. You're like, wait, what? What's going on? It's so funny, like, because they couldn't edit that out back then. It's really funny, and then like watching it now, you're like, wait, what? I don't even know how that even happened.
The part that stands out the most to me is Green with Evil Part 1. When Rita casts the spell on Tommy, and you see that person rise from the slab, I'm like, that's not Jason David Frank.
No, it's definitely not.
That is clearly not Jason David Frank.
Yeah, it makes way more sense in the Sentai.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy to me though, but it's pretty enjoyable. So yeah, that's kind of our introduction. Obviously, we'll go way more in depth. Next week, we'll do a deep dive into Mighty Morphin season 1, and we are going to split Mighty Morphin into 3 different sections because it's 3 very different seasons and they vary in quality. So we will go over that next week. Right now, we will get into our top 5 favorite themes because, again, one of the most important things, because it's usually the first thing that you're gonna hear from a Power Rangers season, the theme song. Okay, very, very important. If your theme song sucks, overdrive. And it's just a bad omen for your whole season. Okay, it's just not a good omen for your whole season. So, Paul, start us off. Give me your number 5, and obviously why. So.
All right. Well, bear in mind, most of the selections on my list actually, I did not see till I was an adult because I stopped watching Power Rangers about quarter way through Lost Galaxy. At that point, I gave it up, and then Caleb got me back into it. So most of these I've seen as an adult. So number 5 on my list is Ninja Storm. And what I love about it's really it has almost like a Beach Boys kind of like surf rock melody to it that I find very appealing because I like the Beach Boys. And then the lyrics are just fantastic. So yes, a very good song, a very good first attempt by the New Zealand music score. So yeah, okay. Ninja Storm number 5.
Ninja Storm number 5. Okay, I like it. It's a really good theme. So Mike, your number 5.
My number 5 is probably Dino Thunder. It was the first one that I like. If you go back and listen to them all the way through, it's the first one that really has like almost a different feel to it. It feels more like a lyrical ballad as opposed to just a hard rock anthem.
Right.
I mean, it still has that hard rock feel to it, but they're actually like a verse and a chorus, and it's not just a regular theme repeated. In fact, you don't even hear Dono Thunder until like pretty much the end.
Right. Cool. Awesome. Perfect. All right. For me, my number 5 is Zeo. Again, I really struggle with this, man. Like, and Honorable Mention for me is In Space. I also love that theme, but Zio, it's just I love how it starts. And Zio, you know, I love the higher chord. You know, just enjoyable. Look, you heard the MMPR season. You know, it was basically the same for like 3 different seasons. So this was a nice something fresh, something new. So, Paul, give me your number 4.
Number 4. Shoot, what was it? I really should have written this down. Number. Come back to me on that. I'll remember it.
Okay, Mike, give me your number 4 then.
My number 4 is Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
Ah, yes.
I mean, this is a theme song that, again, you know, it was kind of the first one that really kind of different than the standard chords that you had. It was a little bit more of a darker, like a not darker, but more of a lower register. And it's just Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. It just hammers that theme in there.
It really hits. I really like how it starts. How you hear the blaster at the start, right?
Yeah.
You know, I really enjoy that theme as well. A lot of these I really do enjoy. There's only a few that are like not good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right, Paul. Have you figured it out or no?
It was Lightspeed Rescue.
Oh, perfect.
Lightspeed Rescue is my number 4. I mean, yeah, I love the guitar riff in this song, and then something about the middle of the song where you get the and then Power's on its way. Rangers save the day. Something about it just gives me chills. It's just a fantastic theme song for honestly one of my personal favorite seasons. I am a huge Lightspeed Rescue fan.
I love how the siren comes on too. You know, because it's a rescue type season.
Yeah,
it just makes it, when you incorporate the themes of the season into the actual theme song. That's bonus points for me. So here's Lightspeed Rescue. Number 4 for me is Lost Galaxy. Just something different. I enjoyed that. I enjoy the opening and just how it like crescendos and how you see the Rangers, and especially with like Maya the Yellow Ranger has like lightning and stuff. It's just I just really enjoy it. I don't know. I always judge it by if I'm like watching a season on Netflix and how you can like skip the intro. I usually watch that one though. So number 3, Paul. Do you remember your number 3?
Dino Charge. I love the Dino Charge theme song, and what I love the build up to it. I mean, you start off with like this, almost like what you'd expect, like a typical like movie score where you're having like cavemen. So it's kind of like an old ancient drum beat going on, and then it gets to this rock rap type of music, which is just fantastic. And so yeah, unbelievable theme song, one of the best.
Absolutely. I might enjoy that one. I don't know. We'll see. Number 3, Mike.
Dino Charge.
Wow, you guys are like, what? Are you guys like? Oh, wow, okay.
I mean, yeah, we vary with like 5, and I'm sure we'll have some variation up above. But yeah, I mean, like Paula said, Dino Charge. It's just, I mean, especially after you've got you had to sit through
2 remixes of Go-Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, it was like same old, and not only 2 remixes, but 2 remixes for 2 seasons. It was the exact same remix. This season 1, season 2. And then you got this breath of fresh air where it's got an actual song in it. And it's not an actual song, it's an actual good song.
Yep.
This is the Power Rangers that coming back, it's telling you this is going to be a season you will remember and you will enjoy, and you are right.
Yes. I might enjoy that one. Number 3 for me is MMPR, probably the original season 1. Just look, it's the OG, man. It's the OG. It's the original. It's the you just remember it, and the rock and how it would like pump you up, and like the first time I heard it, I was like, what is this show? Like, whoa, I watched this show. I just absolutely love it. So
it's only 6 words long.
Yeah, but it makes an impact.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I really do enjoy the longer remix with the actual lyric, with the actual
Oh yeah,
voice
yeah, yeah, that
version.
they use for like season 2 onward.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, okay. Number 2, Paul.
Jungle Fury. And I'm just gonna go on a limb. I think we all have the same number 2, but maybe it's for different reasons. But I love Jungle Fury. I love how it starts like almost like I think the instrument is called a didgeridoo, like an African horn type of instrument, and it has this like Oriental kind of like I don't know. It just has this great startup with that, and then goes right into that amazing guitar sound. It reminded me a lot of a Ron Wasserman type of track. I know he didn't record it, but it sounds like he could have. And I loved the lyrics to it. And you know how you can judge how good a theme song is when it's how well it's used during the first morph. And by God, that first morph of Jungle Fury might just be my favorite first morph of all time, and the music is such a key factor. Wow. It made that first morph so epic. Like I remember just getting chills watching it. Like, yes, yes, I am in all the way. It was the most badass morphing sequence I've ever seen in Power Rangers. Belongs to Jungle Fury. The first morph, best I've ever seen, and the theme song was a big part. So number 2 is Jungle Fury.
Okay, Mike.
Number 2 is Jungle Fury. Yeah, it's I believe it's pronounced didgeridoo.
Okay.
Good eye, Mike. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it starts off with that didgeridoo, and then the kind of almost a drum beat, and then hits that guitar. And yeah, I mean, you're right. It feels very old school, but still very new school at the same time. It finds a very, very fine balance, and it hits it just right. And it's rocking. Really gets you into the feel of the energy of these karate match, or I don't know what style of fighting they use, but
kung fu type, I'd say. But
exactly, yeah. But it gets you into that high energy feel of it, and yeah, it pays off. I need to rewatch this one because I don't. I vaguely remember watching some episodes, but fortunately, they're all on Netflix. So yeah, that's my next one.
And something else you need to look at it. Just what a great breath of fresh air with after we got 2 shit theme songs from Mystic Force and Overdrive. Hearing that rock track back again, it was just so gratifying.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Number 2, Jungle Fury. Look, I will never get over this song. I'm not a huge fan of the season again. I need to rewatch it because I think I will be afterwards after I rewatch it. But when you start and Power Rangers, and it just goes into that guitar riff, it just kicks so much ass. As soon as it does that, I love that moment. That's a moment like, oh, so much fun. I was like, whoa, this is pumping me up. I'm ready to go. Let's fight someone. I love that guitar riff. It gets me every time. So yeah, absolutely love it. So number 2, Jungle Fury. This is where all 3 of us differ. So Paulie, give us number 1.
All right, you guys know it's Zeo. And what I love most about the Zeo theme, honestly, it's the choral line. The choral line. Zeo! It reminds me, it adds this like ethereal epicness to it. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of Duel of Fates from episode 1. It has that same where it just elevates that fight scene to this like next level ethereal level. And I mean, yeah, there's just something spine-tinglingly addictive about it. It just, you feel like you're watching something that's not mortal, like it belongs up in the skies with the gods, Right. That's what that theme song is. You're feeling, you're watching, okay, this is like god level shit going on, and this theme song getting me hyped as hell for it.
Right. Awesome.
Like there's a heavenly song. Like this is a song reserved for the ears of angels.
All right, Mike. Go ahead. Give me your number 1.
All right, my number 1. Well, I'm not big of songs with like a lot of heavy bass, but when you get a good thumping bass line, I'm always going to get into it. And for me, there's no theme song that has a better thumping bass line that kicks it off with than SPD. I mean, I was listening. I was just trying to think of like my top 5 just a couple of weeks ago, and I just listened to them all. And I was like, man, that is just a really kick-ass thumping bass line. It just kicks it right off with, and then the rest of the song is actually really, really good too. It doesn't like some of the theme songs I find like they end with just repeating the same chorus, like the same title of the song over and over and over and over. This one just does it real quick and that's it, and it's got some good lyrics in there. I don't know. It's just it feels very old school, very new school at the same time. So yeah, my number one SPD Emergency.
Well, that's because Ron Wasserman recorded it.
Yeah,
I have to say though, like I do love how it starts. It has the car come around, and then all you hear is SPD Emergency, and it just starts and kicks up. Yeah, I mean I love that thing. Definitely an honorable mention. So Jungle Fury was my number 1. Again, I was like, I'm not a huge fan of the season, but the theme song kicks so much ass. That is until they came out with Dino Charge.
This I knew you loved it, but not that much.
It just makes me feel like a hero, man. In the world full, oh my, I listen to it all the time. Oh, it makes me feel like a hero. It pumps me up so much. I feel like I'm ready to ranger up and just go. Oh man, I love it so much. I just feel like it's and the best thing that they changed, it's not Go Power Rangers, thank God, and they don't have the characters say their fucking names, bro. Oh my god,
that was so pointless.
That was pathetic. That was stupid.
That was so dumb. As soon as I heard Megaphone, Gia, Jake, Noah, I'm like, this is
don't need that.
Dumb. Like, oh my god, why are we doing this? It's not necessary.
Actually, the first time I ever picked up Caleb and drove him up to see a movie together when he was living in Worcester, he actually pulled out his phone and played the Dino Charge theme song for me. And it was the first time I'd ever heard it. I was like, that's not too bad. But the more I thought about it, the more it kind of grew on me, and that's why it's my number 3 point.
Yeah, I just for some reason it just like connected with me, and I was like, I mean, I really like Dino Charge, but just that theme song just puts it on a whole nother level. Like I could listen to that on loop. It's so enjoyable to me. So and I love the extended version and all that. So so yeah, that's our top 5 theme songs. If you guys have any, leave them down below. Let us know. This is our new show, and if anybody wants to be on, if you have a love for Power Rangers, let us know. We got 3 spots at least. We need a Black Ranger, we need a Yellow Ranger and a Pink Ranger. So that would be very, very, very fun. But yeah, so I'm Caleb Tufts and Paul. Thanks for being here, my friend.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to this.
Ranger Paul. All right, cool. Mike, thank you for being here. The Green Ranger, sir.
Hey, I love talking to me some Power Rangers and Sentai. Anyone, I am fine for that anytime.
And again, guys, join us next week where we are going to deep dive, and I'm probably going to try and not rewatch the whole season because there's like 45 episodes, but skim through MMPR season 1. I mean, I've watched the episodes 100 times, so I don't have to like really watch them. But where we will do a deep dive into that season and dissect it and give our favorite episodes, least favorite, what we like, what we don't like, etc. So thank you guys for joining us, and have a good night.